You know, Cindy B, formerly the connection rejection, Bird's reaction videos, Gordon U, um, Big Nose Cindy B, whatever you want to call yourself. These are the people who I feel the most sorry for and who I give my money to because these people are experiencing homelessness. You claim to have been homeless and now you are housed and you're still pissing and moaning. The people who are out on the streets, the reason why they get money from me is because they're not always somewhere with some woe is me situation. They are trying to do the best they can to make it from one day to the next while you sit somewhere in the comfort of a home which has been blessed by your supporters for decorations, furniture, other whatevers that you really don't need. You don't know how to save money. You're always begging for cash apps. And when you don't get them, you bully or try to at least bully your subscribers into giving you cash apps by cussing them out. Now, you're not counting your blessings. That's quite obvious. And it's a damn shame that there are people who are still out on the streets that would most definitely feel blessed to be in your shoes, but who are not able to because they can't get into a housing program so they can piss and moan about some fumes and this and that and the other. When you've got 15,000 fans in there, you've got an air conditioner, you live on the ground floor, so you can always open up your windows, stick a piece of wood up in there so when nobody come up in there, or ask them to put bars on. I don't know, but it is just absolutely ludicrous that someone who claims to have come in from homelessness can be so absolutely not feeling blessed to the point of cussing people out and calling them names and they're talking about you when you're not in everybody's household listening to what they're saying. And if you don't like what you hear in somebody's live, then don't go to it. If you're feeling like somebody is always on your ass about something about you and you're not really concerned about what they're saying, then why do you make a video every other day talking about you're not concerned over what somebody else says? You don't give a damn what somebody else says. Well, it's obvious that you give a damn because you wouldn't sit on there constantly complaining and whining that somebody is talking about you, somebody's making up stories about you, somebody's lying about you. Nobody cares about you. That is the whole problem. Nobody is thinking about you. Nobody's sending for you. Nobody's coming for you. And that is your problem. You want to be so relevant in these YouTube streets, as you put it, in this so-called sector. And it just makes no sense that you have been blessed by your supporters with everything you could possibly need and more. Many people's homes are not as full as yours is, and they're not pissing and whining and moaning. The people that are in the video here that I'm putting up, they don't have a home. They would feel blessed if they had just a fraction of what you have. And you're so unappreciative, it doesn't make any sense. And yet you are always whining. You're always moaning. You're always bitching. You're always complaining. You're always name calling. You're always talking about how somebody just does not like you. Oh, nobody likes me. Santa Claus put coal in my stocking. I mean, what the fuck do you want people to do? They furnished your whole fucking apartment. Everything you're sitting on, somebody provided that for you. You've got a goddamn wish list 6 miles long. You've got a washing machine. You've got another washing machine sitting on the wish list. You've got shit that goes on your wall. You've got a ton of damn pillows, and you want another ton of pillows just because you can't stop shopping. Dude, that's what's wrong with Americans today. They are too, I guess, just coveting everything they see. You covet, you want, you want. And the more you get, the more you want, and the more you're not satisfied, and the more you're not thankful, and the more it shows. Because you are one of the most ungrateful bitches that I have ever had the displeasure to sit somewhere and listen to. but you're like a train wreck where you just can't look away. It's just something that just grabs you and just, and you know what? Maybe for other people, you're probably like, wow, I thought my life was shitty, but when I listen to her hooping and hollering about, oh, this and oh, that, and wine, 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 maybe you're an inspiration to whoever is doing or think they're doing more poorly than you are, because you're not doing poorly. Not by a long shot. When you sit there and look at these pictures of these people sitting here in tents, and every last one of these pictures, these people have been moved along. Where? I don't know, but I'll find them and they will get money from me. I don't do cash apps. I don't do PayPal, Venmo. I don't do any of that digital shit. And even if I could, you wouldn't get a dime from me because you are so undeserving of everything your supporters have given to you. You are so unappreciative. Why they continue to support you, I have no idea. Because as many times as you cuss them out, you think you get a dime from me? You wouldn't get a plugged nickel from me because you are one of the most nastiest bitches that I have ever had the displeasure of listening to and watching. And I'm not going to call you any other names except nasty, ungrateful bitch, because that is what you are. Now you can make of this video what you want. You have nothing that I want. I do not care about how you feel as far as somebody not giving you cash app after cash app after cash app. You can call me as many motherfuckers as you want because that's what you called your supporters, people who have tuned in, listened to you, subscribed to you, thumbed up your video, and you still called them motherfuckers and told them they won't shit and this and that and other, simply because at that point in time, when you were cussing about, oh, I ain't got a cash app today, I didn't get a cash app yesterday, people have their own families to support. You are not even listed on their tax form, okay? You cannot be claimed as a dependent. These people, unless you are in a bubble, are having to deal with inflation. When they go to the grocery store, it's price shock. If they're paying their rent, they're having difficulties. People are living paycheck to paycheck. You probably was blessed with cash outs because people receive their refund checks, but that's probably dried up thanks to inflation skyrocketing. Rents just out of the ballpark. People's mortgages, insurance rates, all of that. People are having kids that they have to feed every day. School is letting out, so these people are having to come up with more food for their kids while you're sitting there with big ass plate after big ass plate full of food, and you're still whining that you need money for what? What the fuck do you need money for? Because if you don't get a dime, then you don't pay anything for your housing. If you don't get toilet paper, you already said all you have to do is pick up the phone, call your caseworker, say, look, I ain't got nothing but a leaf to wipe my fucking ass. And they'll send you toilet paper, soap, and all that over there. So what the fuck are you screeching about? You are the most thankless, ungrateful bitch who claims to have been homeless. It doesn't seem like you were homeless because you are not appreciative of having a home. And you sit somewhere and talk about people all the time and you claim it's a reaction video. That's why you say that, okay, it's just a reaction. When you're sitting there talking about people, you call people prostitutes, you call people all kinds of things. Motherfuckers. You didn't call people bitches, you didn't call people worse than what you claim people are calling you. But yet it's okay for you to do it, but when somebody does the same to you, then it's all of a sudden a problem. No, it's not. Because apparently you can't take what you dish out. But if you put yourself out here, then what did you fucking expect? You thought that with those cash apps, nothing else was going to come your way? That it was all going to be roses and sunshines and flowers and sunbeams? That's not how it is out here in this world. And you ought to know that if you're 58 years old. You mean to tell me you've lived to be 58 and you've not experienced anything that I'm talking about? The fuck's wrong with you? But you want to come off as though you are so intelligent and you're so this and that and the other, when seriously you were missing several grades in school when you should have been in there learning. Now, and come on, when you were the connection rejection, I saw you open up a bottle of wine and pour it. So don't try to pretend like you never drank when you was on video. You've taken multiple drinks. You can't afford it now, so that's why you're not drinking. But if you had the ability and the money, you would definitely be drinking. But this video is to show that the people who are going to get money from me, they getting it because I'm looking at them and I'm seeing the struggle and I'm seeing the gratefulness in their eyes when I help them. You're an ungrateful bitch. And that's all there is to it. And no, you wouldn't get a dime from me. And I am just sorry that people actually helped you to the point where you have gotten to the point where you feel like it's owed to you. Don't nobody owe you shit. No one owes you a damn thing. And trust me and believe, you would never get a dime from me. Even if I did give out cash apps, you wouldn't even be on the list, bitch.